I'm sitting in my dining room, and I keep hitting the table, which is moving the camera. Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Sorry that I look yellow. My usual filming space is really full right now, and there's not really much sun anyway for some natural light. So I'm sitting in my dining room, and I keep hitting the table, which is moving the camera. So I'm sitting in my dining room and the lights are kind of yellow, so sorry. There's going to be a couple videos like this. For today's video, I'm going to be talking about naps with my 1-year-old. So I'm going to talk about kind of how I started and how it evolved. I wanted to talk about it because it actually went really smoothly with her. She loves sleeping and naps, so that's been great. So I thought I'd maybe share some of my tips and tricks. If you want to see the nap training video I did, I will have it linked either here or here. I don't know which side it'll be on, but up there in the iCard. So if you want to see how I started nap training, go to that video. And it was sort of like the beginning of me doing these videos, so it's not, I hope it's like informative enough. I do explain a little bit in the comments below. There was a viewer who asked me some questions, so I responded with a little bit more detail. So if you want to see that, you go ahead and go to that video. For this time, I'm going to be talking about just kind of how the naps have evolved. So I started nap training and doing her naps at 4 months. Before that, she just slept in her swing in the living room or wherever we're at, or in my arms. And I was like, I can't do this anymore because I have to do things while she's napping now. So, and I wanted her to really get used to her bed. I didn't want it to be a thing where she wouldn't sleep in her bed. So I started at 4 months. I thought that would be a really good time to start. And literally the day she turned 4 months is when I started. So if you want to see that day, go to that video that I talked about. So from 4 to, 6 months, I have my notes down here, I did 3 naps a day. And I did every 2 hours. So the naps were 2 hours apart. She would wake up, we would be up for 2 hours, and then I'd put her down for nap. And then after she woke up that time, 2 hours, and then again and again. So that worked out really well for me. The naps were always timed perfectly to where she would be up for maybe an hour, maybe 2, and then bedtime. So that always worked out really well. And so I did that from 4 to 6 months. Then from 6 to 12 months, I did 2 naps a day. And then for those, she was awake an hour longer. So the naps were 3 hours apart. And so she would wake up. She's always kind of woken up between 7 and 8. It's been getting later now. It's more 7:30 to 8:30 now. If she woke up at 7, then at 10 a.m. she would take her first nap. And then as I was cutting down the naps, they were getting longer. So she kind of transitioned herself. I noticed she was taking longer and longer naps, and so if she continued that way, she couldn't take 3 naps a day because it would run into bedtime. So it was easy to kind of tell, I hope this makes sense, it was easy to kind of tell when to go to 2 naps because the naps were getting longer. So just kind of be in tune with your baby, and for me anyway, she pretty much let me know when she was ready to move on. And it pretty much fell into right in the as soon as she turned 6 months. That's how it was. So then when she turned 12 months, 1 year, we did 1 nap a day. So sometimes it's still 2 naps. It depends on what time she wakes up. So she wakes up before 7. Okay, let me back up. Then those are 4 hours apart. So she's gonna wake up, be awake for 4 hours, take her nap, and then be awake for 3 to 4 hours, then bedtime. So it's kind of just in the middle of the day. So if she wakes up before 7, then she'll have 2 naps. And I'll usually do 3 hours, like kind of how with the 2 naps 3 hours apart, just because if she goes to sleep, so say she wakes up at 6:30, then she goes to bed at 10:30, and then she only sleeps for 2 to 3 hours, so she's up for 1:30ish, 1 to 1:30. That's a long time for her to be up till bedtime at 7. So that's why I spread it out like that. It depends on what time she wakes up. Lately, actually, she's been waking up between 8:30 and 9. The other day it was like 9:45. I think she's going through a growth spurt. So in those cases, when she wakes up a little bit later, I do the one nap, and then it's 4 hours apart. So usually if it's like at 8:30, then she will sleep at 12:30. And then her naps now are about 3 hours. Sometimes it'll be from 2.5 to like sometimes 3.5, 4 hours. So she takes really long one nap, which is really nice. The only thing is she's a really light sleeper for her naps. So I really can't do housework while she is asleep. And the house that we are in now kind of is like, it's like when you walk, it's like boards, and then there's like, there's a basement underneath, so you can like, I don't know, you can just hear her when you're walking. And then her bedroom's attached to the kitchen. So if I'm putting dishes away, you hear the clank, 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 or hit the cupboards hitting. And I try to be so quiet, but every time I do any chores while she is asleep during her nap, she wakes up. So I have kind of started now, doing like, well, now I'm in school, and so I'll do schoolwork or I'll do editing while she's napping. So something that's a little quieter. So I hope that kind of made sense to you. It was kind of like a lot to put into my mind because it's been thinking back to when she was 4 months. But anyways, we went, you know, basically 3 naps, 4 to 6 months, 2 hours apart, 2 naps, 6 to 12 months, 3 hours apart, then 1 nap at 12 months with 4 hours apart. And then like I said, sometimes depending on if she wakes up, we'll still do 2 naps. And those are usually a little bit shorter. She somehow is in tune to all this, and she does it perfectly according to how many naps we're doing, all that. So I'm probably so blessed and lucky. I think some of it might have been me starting to teach her at an early age. But a lot of it really is that she just likes sleeping, I guess. So that's so nice. So I'll kind of go through our nap time routine. I do really believe in a routine because it kind of lets her body know that, oh, it's time to start going to sleep. So I start with changing her diaper so that she can sleep longer and she won't have a wet diaper and then get more full, and then that wakes her up. So I change her diaper, and then I will read her a story because she loves that. And then I lay her down, I cover her with her blankie, give her her passy, and that's it. I turn off the light and I leave. And then she is great. I think that she has given me trouble, I want to say like 2 or 3 times in the past few months. She really like is so good. She never gives me trouble unless it's only if she's like not feeling well. So that's our nap time routine. So since we're talking about sleeping, I guess I'll go ahead and talk a little bit about bedtime. So she goes to bed at 7, and we start putting her to bed at around 6:30 if she's gonna take a bath, or sometimes a shower. Sometimes we'll just take a shower because she really doesn't like baths that much. She keeps trying to climb out of the tub. And she gets those every other night. I don't want to do it every night because she has really dry skin like me, and so that'll dry out her skin more, and she really doesn't get that dirty. Like if she gets dirty that day, even if it's not a bath night, I'll give her a bath, obviously. So it'll be a bath, or we'll start a bit later if we're not doing a bath. And then I will change her diaper, put her in her diaper, put her pajamas on, and then my husband and I do it together. Whoever got her ready for bed hands her to the next person, and then that person will read to her and sing to her. So we will all read together with like if I got her ready, my husband will read to her, and I'll just be in there in the room. And then we'll all pray. This is so cute, guys. She like prays. So I'll say pray. That's like one thing that she knows. So I'll say pray, and this is before meals, and then at night, and she'll fold her hands and she'll wait until we say amen. And then sometimes she'll even wait a little bit longer, but she waits and she holds it. It's the cutest thing that she knows to pray. I just like would do it and then hope that she did it. I was like, that'd be so cute if she did, and And then she did. So we'll pray all together. Then me, as the person who got her ready, I will give Drew some time to be alone with her. I will leave, and then he'll sing to her, read her a poem or something, then put her to bed. Then every night we switch, so I will get that alone time the next night. So we start as a family, and then we kind of get a little bit of alone time, which is really nice. And so that's what we do. By the time she's in bed at 7, and she sleeps all night. And then at night is actually when she sleeps so good. I can be so loud. I mean, not like yelling and screaming and throwing things or anything, but like I can do dishes, and I can like talk louder, and I can like, and she won't wake up at night. She sleeps so good at night, but she's such a light sleeper during the day. I don't know. So at night is when I'll do the dishes, clean the kitchen, all that stuff, because she won't wake up. Alright guys, thank you so much for watching this video. I really hope it wasn't confusing. It sounded a lot better in my head. I hope I conveyed it right. I don't know. Let me know if you guys have any questions in the comments. I'll be more than happy to answer them. And that's just kind of how we've been transitioning with nap times. I plan on keeping her on one nap until she just doesn't need a nap anymore. And I believe that kids need naps for a long time. So, or at least quiet time. So she'll be doing that for a really long time. So it really won't change after this. But I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, give it a big thumbs up. Make sure to subscribe to my channel. And if you have any questions or any ideas for any other videos you want me to do, leave them in the comments below. And thanks for watching. Bye.